But you got a Navy Cross.
Yeah, well, I wasn't trying to get the Navy Cross.
No.
I was trying to save myself, but everywhere I went, there they were in my way. It was either me or them. And, when it happens, it's over in 3 seconds. You're either dead or they're dead.
We were in a area where it was called Rocket City, and Charlie would throw rockets anytime he felt as though that he wanted to do it, so that was scary.
And I remember now, this ship was 538 feet long, and it was only 50 feet wide. And I can holding on to this thing and watching the whole front of the ship just disappear into a wave, you know, come. And I just thought, of course, stupid young man, I thought it was so neat.
We'd get sniped at, and we got like 6 trucks going. I don't know, you'd hear a rifle shot, they'd say, get down. There wasn't, other than the side of the truck, there wasn't anything protected.
We were doing a final launch exercise prior to getting underway for a trip to Norway, and one of the tanks lost control and ran against the bulkhead that I was standing against and went through my right leg.
I was with the 1st Marine Division, 2nd Battalion, 5th Marines G Company. A bunch of great guys, but most of them got killed. 32 of them got killed, if I remember right, out of 60 of us. The rest of them got wounded.
Anything that had anything to do with Vietnam, you're basically your unit patches and things like that. You weren't. They told them to take them off because we had that particular time. It was a lot of protesting, a lot of people spitting on veterans and this and that.
My transition from military to civilian was like walking through that door. Okay. I was just a regular person. But the Vietnam vets, they came back, they got booed, they got spit on, they got rocks thrown at them. They came back to a country that they fought for, supported, and loved, but they didn't get the same support and respect that I did.
Because I came in at the end of the Vietnam era, I had a first-hand look at how our men and women who served in Vietnam were treated in this country. And it still breaks my heart to this day to see the anguish.
And they were catching mortar fire from there, and kind of a scary thing because you could, as you probably know, you hear it leave the tube.
Yep.
And you don't know where it's going.
They wanted to break you because you couldn't have you in there, things they wanted you to do. So they did their best to tear you down.
With all of the inducements to get you to talk, sleep deprival. They would put you, normally you could tell when you were going to be interrogated because they would stick you in a black box for a couple of hours and you lost all circulation in your legs and everything. They would do that. I guess they figured it would soften you up. So
I have a boot, just one boot. And a fellow was due to go home, and that evening he took a direct hit from a 122 millimeter rocket, and that was the only part of him we found.
When we talk about reunions, and I say, yeah, we do a class reunion every 5 years, but for some of my classmates, for me to see my classmates, I have to go to Washington and look at the wall.
It is very, very important that the country supports the veterans that they have.
A lot of veterans won't talk about it, but they need to. That's why we have so much suicide. The veterans are keeping it inside them. They need to talk about it to somebody. You got to get it out of your system.
Somebody higher up in their thinking decided we didn't have any protection. I mean, we were Marines, we had rifles, we knew how to shoot, but we didn't have any other protection. So they sent out a company of Marines right out of boot camp. First time in country. They set them up and they shot at anything that moved that night, including us.
So I'm standing back there and I'm watching these people come out in small boats and whatnot and get on the garbage board and shoot each other over our garbage.
And we would always leave in the morning. Then we realized that we would leave before the roads were checked for mines. So luckily we never ran over a mine, but sometimes we had to stop because they found mines, and we had to wait until they cleared the mines before the convoy could proceed.
You can share your story of service. On October 16th, the Community Media Center will be recording interviews with local veterans. Sign up today to reserve your appointment. Scan the QR code or visit carrollhistory.org for more information.
I got my draft notice, and the first thing I did was throw it in the trash. And then a day later, I decided that was not a smart thing to do, so I picked it out of the trash, showed up when I was supposed to, and that was it. I was in the Army.
I reached in the bag and I pulled out a hand grenade. I looked at it, and all of a sudden when I pulled it out, I heard pop. When I heard pop, I knew that I'd pulled a pin on a hand grenade in that sandbag.
My father said one thing to me that always stuck with me was, this is a great country, you should always give back. And that's what I had planned to do.
War is hell, war is hell. I wouldn't want to see anything like what I saw in Nam here in our country. I know there's a lot of terrible things happening in our country, but I don't know why we all just can't live in peace and get along.
Hear the rest of their story. On November 11th, tune in to cable channel HD 1072 or channel 19 for a special all-day broadcast featuring interviews with Carroll County veterans. Scan the QR code or visit carrollhistory.org for more information.